Hey guys, how are you? This day we are looking more at our dividing with our fractions. And we were hanging on lesson number 4, and now we're seeing lesson 7, which is really the exact same thing. Someone new shows up, so we do want to talk about it, but we're actually going to be in your classwork packet to get ourselves started here. So no entrance slips right now. All right. You did not have a video because your lesson number 7 is just like lesson number 4. So let's talk through it there. Let's remind you of some things. Okay, so the first thing is in order to divide fractions, well, we actually don't divide. We actually multiply by the reciprocal. And so that's why that first step we've been looking at is to rewrite the problem. So let's just remind ourselves what the reciprocal is. Remember, all the reciprocal means, all right, is that it just means you're flipping the fraction, right? Numerator becomes the denominator, denominator becomes the numerator. So if you flip 5/6, hello, 6/5. So again, just a little vocabulary that's going on here. 3/4, flip 3/4, and you get, 4/3. Now, this is what's new for today. Some whole numbers are going to show up. The thing to keep in mind is let's just make it into a fraction and follow the rules. So to make 8 into a fraction, well, we always divide it by 1. 8 ones, 8 wholes. Because what is 8 divided by 1? It's still 8. Now we can take the reciprocal. So if you flip your 8 over your 1, you should get 1 over your 8. 1/8. All right? So let's remind you of just 2 things, and then we'll get you guys going here. So I'm going to go after question number 7 here. Okay. So the thing we want to keep in mind is one, we never divide with our fractions. We rewrite it as a multiplication problem. And to do that, we leave the first fraction alone. We change it to a multiplication problem. And then we take the reciprocal of the second fraction. So it's always the rewrite first. The temptation here in question number 7 is to do some cross division with that 7 to 14. No. We've got to rewrite the problem first. Then we can go after a cross division. Now we're ready for cross division. So I look at the 7 and the 3, and I'm looking for someone that I can divide them both by. And there's no one. All right, the only thing I can divide a 3 by is a 3, and I can't take 7 and divide it by 3. Now check out the 14 and the 8, though. What are your thoughts there? Yeah, they're both even numbers, so it's a 2. So we're going to divide them both by a 2 here. Oop, divide by 2. I'm not going to put a 2 there. What is 8 divided by 2? Yeah, 4. All right. 14 divided by 2, it's a 7. So now we can multiply across. 7 times 7, 49. 4 times 3 is a 12. And that's it. We're done. I get it. It's tough to figure out. Can we simplify it? I'm going to look at the 49 here. Normally we'd say start with the smaller number. There's not that many numbers that can divide out of 49. It's just the number 7. So I can't do a 12 divided by 7. We're done. Shows over 49 12ths. Again, rewrite the problem. All right. Sorry, I lost my dot there for multiplication. There we go. All right. And then I flip that second fraction. So that's the thing that we're watching for today. And if you need to, look back at yesterday's, because there are a lot of similar ideas that are there. Okay, so there's one other one that we want to look at, and that would be, I'm going to do question number 11. All right, so keep in mind, we need to leave the first fraction alone, change it to a multiplication problem, and then flip the second fraction. But as we see here, it's not a fraction, it's a whole number. So first thing we need to do is we need to make it into a fraction. So, like we saw at the very top, put a 1 underneath it, because it's 4 ones. That's what 4 whole is. 4 divided by 1, it's a 4. So now I've got my fraction. Now I can flip. And there we go. Cross division, yes, thank you very much. We can divide them both by 2. Oh. Man, my cross division's off today. Divide them by a 2, so we get a 1 here. Divide the 4 by 2, we get a 2. Let's multiply across. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 2 is 6. We got ourselves 1, 6. There we go. Okay, so you guys are finishing up this particular page. That is what you are after today. All right, you've got answer keys, so please make sure you are checking them, all right, for your benefits. And then if you need to jump in on any retakes, excellent day to take care of it. All right, guys, enjoy.